what you got. Oh, I can't see tomorrow. Gotta live, try to get a little wiggle room, the rest don't stop. Quid pro quo, I need the best y'all got. Tryna make a dollar, flip it like it's vinyl. Tryna make a way. What's it worth to you if the price too high? Quid pro quo, I need the best y'all got. Give me your best. Don't say nothing less, cause I'm giving you 100. How you always leaving me with nothing? I'm not impressed. It's gonna take more than this, cause I'm giving you 100. I don't even know if I can trust you for nothing.
Well, good morning again, man. It is February the 28th. It is 2023. It's actually Tuesday, y'all. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that what I heard on my run that I can remember. Sorry, y'all. I apologize for that. My news are all upset. Good morning, Teal. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Anne Marie. Welcome in. Vanessa, Teal got you by a hair. She beat you by that much. So good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's good. Good morning, Kristen. It has been a fantastic day, y'all. Finally, the alarm went off at 4:45 and I got out of bed. I'm telling you, it's a crazy thing when you just decide to go do something. You gotta Coach Burt said this. He says this, and I think it was Dabo Sweeney that said you gotta suck the sour to get to the sweet. You know, you gotta embrace the suck. We kind of talk about that a lot. I promise you, nobody likes getting up early, but that extra 15 minutes, that extra 20 minutes that it gives me in the morning is so absolutely worth it. So up at 4:45 this morning, got a run in, so I'm feeling good, man. Got a meditation, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping today that I can. All the things that sort of, because again, there are new things under the sun. People come up with new ideas and new concepts. They figure out ways to reframe old thoughts. But I'm telling you, man, since the Bible was written, there's not much wisdom that's outside the Bible that we can't use to live our lives really, really well. And there's not much that the Bible didn't give us, or the Torah, or these other religious texts that they didn't give us that we can't use to live our lives very, very well. But you know, there are great communicators out there that say things and they reframe thoughts, or they reframe ideas. They take things and these themes from in the Bible and they repackage them and they make them sound better. They make them sound different. They resonate differently with us. So hopefully I can remember some of the stuff that I heard this morning, because I'm telling you, I think today is super important for y'all. I think this what we're on today is super important for y'all. I think it's super important for me. I think it's super important for everything that we do in life. And so I'm super excited about hopefully sharing the right thing, the right way, and the right words with you guys. So good morning, Facebook user. Don't know who you are, but again, let's go ahead and let's get cranked up. My name is Aaron Dwyer. My wife, Christy Dwyer, and I own Exit Realty Lake Country. And every single morning, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern time, we jump on this live call. We jump on our private Facebook group with our agents. And what started as an attempt by us to stay connected with our agents, to just reach out and say, hey, because we do have offices in Georgia and in Tennessee, turns into this little 30, 45-minute, hour-long conversation that we have with you guys every single morning, Monday through Friday, where we share life and love and laughs and sometimes tears. But hopefully we share something that helps you get through your day, that motivates you, that we share with you guys, that again, we absolutely know this, that by creating a morning ritual, by doing something good every single morning, we plant the seeds for a good day. And we certainly increase our chances of having a great day if we can start off with a great morning. And if we can string enough good days together, we can have a good life. So good morning. Welcome in. I hope your heart's open. Hope you're ready to listen. Hope you're ready to get this thing rocking and rolling. So everybody good? Is everybody good this morning? before we get cranked up? Is everybody feeling well, feeling good, feeling fantastic? Yes, no, maybe so. Who's the Facebook user? Who's the last Facebook? Because it says I got 8 people. Y'all, the deal is, y'all know the deal. If you're up with us this morning and you're on here, you got to say good morning. You got to put a comment in the box. Unless you're Adam Stevenson and you're driving and you can't get on here, then don't. But you know, if you're up this morning with us, you need to put up in here good morning. Good. Everybody's feeling good. I got a heart. I got Kristen Ritchie feeling good. Vanessa Teal, Anne Marie, unknown. There she is. There's Michelle Tilson. Michelle, did you get your workout in this morning? Yeah, my nose is running crap. Sorry, y'all. Good morning, Lynn. Hey. Good morning. I didn't finish my introduction. So, all right, let's rock and roll, man. Michelle Tilson and her husband, Jared. Good morning, Jessica. And Aaron Dwyer, that would be me. We are on day 59. Day 59, y'all. Anne Marie feeling good. She's got her coffee rolling. Me too. Cheers. Day 59, y'all. Good morning, Cynthia. How you feeling, by the way? I thought about you yesterday, Cynthia. Y'all know Cynthia. We got her to come to Hartwell for a meeting. We had a meeting with her in Hartwell, and she went out and got hit by a dude that ran a red light at the intersection right behind the office. Are you feeling okay? And I thought about you yesterday, Cynthia, and wanted to reach out and say, hey, I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're all recovered. I hope. By the way, Cynthia, great new headshot or great new picture that you put up the other day. That was wonderful. All right, so we got so let's roll. Let's get this thing going. Oh, I would imagine. So you're getting that. Oh, okay. The truck's still in the shop, so they're getting that truck back. They didn't total it. Well, that's good. That guy hit her pretty hard. I don't know if y'all noticed this in the top right-hand corner of the screen. I guess this is the top right-hand corner, right over here someplace. Let me get my bearings right there. The logo has changed. That's a drive, reach, gain. So, oh my gosh. Are you serious? Why is it, man? Why my daughter got hit by somebody with no insurance? I remember, hell, my ex-wife and Jagger almost died one time in a wreck, and the girl didn't have any insurance. My gracious. So prayers for Cynthia, y'all. Lift Cynthia up in your prayers, and just pray for her and her family that they get strength through this time, and that the provision will come. They'll be able to take care of all this stuff, and it'll happen out of nowhere. So y'all just say a little prayer for Cynthia, big prayer for Cynthia, whichever kind of prayer you want to give her. So we got the new, I got to get my bearings again. The new logo right there, the Drive, Reach, Gain logo. So that is the coaching platform logo. Christy and I are going to start putting together. Hopefully we've got some surprises coming starting tomorrow. I think I can't even begin to tell you how hard life is sometimes. Thank y'all. That's so that's going to be a logo we're going to put on like t-shirts and hats. It's going to be super cool. So Christy's been working on these logos. Y'all know she's a perfectionist when it comes to logos. I wasted $150 on Fiverr trying to get somebody to design a logo. And good morning, Casey Duncan. And I don't think they did as good as Christy did. So she's sort of a perfectionist when it comes to things like that. We're going to get some swag. So we got to get some swag rolling. We're going to get this thing out rocking and rolling soon. So looking forward to it. Let's get into today. So today we are on number, I think 18. We are on number 18 of Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule. If y'all have not read the 10X Rule book, I'm gonna promote that book because y'all gotta be kidding me right now. I'm going to promote the 10X Rule because the 10X Rule is a book that promotes effort. It promotes action. It promotes it. The whole gist of the book is you work your face off. You go 10 times harder than you're used to going. You go 10 times harder than you're used to going. You do 10 times more than you're used to doing. That's the whole point of the 10X Rule. And so I'm telling y'all, that book could not have come for me at a better time, just because it was in the middle of the 75 hard thing. And I know Christy sometimes she didn't get mad at me. She just sometimes says things that are hurtful sometimes. And I don't want to talk a lot about my journey on 75 hard, except for the fact that it has been transformative. It has been transformative. I am literally almost 2 months into this, 60 days into this. Michelle Tilson will vouch for this. Those of you that are still doing it, that are past 50 days, you're doing things differently now. I went on a run this morning at 5 o'clock this morning. Do y'all know how much I've said this to you before? And I said this to you months and months and months ago. How much I hate running and how I don't believe in my old self that I was built to run. And that for me, running has been such a struggle. But the reason I'm mentioning this to you right now is for the last 3 mornings, I get up and go run before the sun comes up. And this morning I ran farther than I've run in probably 4 years. This morning I got up and ran on February the 28th, 2023. I got up and ran further continuously than I've run in probably 4 years, and felt absolutely beautiful when I was doing it. I didn't struggle. I wasn't breathing hard. I didn't think I was going to die. It was just like, yeah, let's just keep rolling. Let's just keep rolling. And the how this relates to the 10X rule is I decided that I was going to put myself in uncomfortable positions. I decided I was going to do something that hurt. I was going to do something that was painful. I was going to do something that I didn't want to do, and do it over and over and over. Keep stepping up into the fray. Keep stepping into the fire. Keep stepping into the hurt. Keep stepping into the pain, because here's the deal, y'all. Life has a crazy way of rewarding the person who steps into the fire. Life has a crazy way of rewarding the person who continually steps into the pain. Life has a crazy way of rewarding the person who steps into the uncomfortable by giving you calluses, by building your muscles, by giving you the ability to endure the pain, by giving you the ability to endure the hurt, to increasing your lung function, to increasing your output, to increasing the level of strength that you have to get through the hard parts. And then the hard becomes easy. It's crazy how the world works. It's crazy what God has given us the ability to do. God has not given us a spirit of fear. God has made you more than a conqueror. Those are not just words, y'all. Phew, gosh dang. They're not just words. And when I go out and do that this morning, when I go out and put myself in that position that I don't want to put myself into, when I get up out of bed when my wife's still in bed and it's still dark outside, and I want to lay in the bed because the bed's super comfortable, and I want to freaking stay in the bed, but I don't. And I get up and my eyes are tired. I put cold water on my face to make myself go do it. And I step out into the dark and I go do those things. At the end of that 45 minutes, at the end of that time when I'm done, I literally, y'all, I'm not joking. I pat myself on the butt and I say, good job. I'm proud of you. Because I am competing against me every single day. And yesterday's version of me is dead. Yesterday's version of you is dead. And what in my run today, what I heard TD Jake say this morning is we're so tied to what people said about us yesterday. We're so tied to what people thought about us yesterday. We're so concerned with what people say about us yesterday, when that ain't who you are today. And you gotta let go of people then. You gotta let go of then. You gotta let go of that to be who you are right now. You're a different person this morning at 6:47 Eastern time. You're a different person at 6:47 Eastern time than you were at this time yesterday. You're a different person. You've experienced different things. You've done different things. You've seen different things. You've heard different things. You've read different things. You are completely different right now than you were yesterday. So let go. We're right now. I mean, so let's just roll, man. Let's get this thing rolling. We are right now on number 18. We're on right now number 18 of the 32 things that Grant Cardone says successful people do that unsuccessful people don't do. We're on number 18. And number 18 is, in the 10X rule, it is determine and take the right approach. Determine and take the right approach. determine, and take the right approach. So the title for me this morning was, we get so concerned with being perfect. We get so concerned with having the right answer. We get so concerned with having everything figured out in the right now that we fail to move. We are so fearful about what may happen. We are so fearful about possibly making a wrong decision. We are so fearful of the potential consequences that could come from our action that our fear causes us to sit still. Personally, I'm so scared about what it's going to feel like to go run. I get so afraid of what it's going to feel like to not have my breath. I get so afraid of what it's going to feel like to be able to start breathing hard and to start to sweat, and how my muscles are going to feel. And I start to fear that feeling, so I take no action. Everybody wants to be fit, but nobody wants to feel uncomfortable. Everybody wants to be smart, but very few people want to go to school. Everybody wants to have wisdom, but very few people want to read. Everybody wants to be successful, but very few people want to do what it takes to be successful. Everybody wants the shiny penny, but you don't want to break the rock to go find it. The pain of regret lasts longer than the sting of the wrong decision. Hear that. The pain of regret, the pain of not moving, the pain of not doing, the regret pain is stronger and deeper and more. It weighs heavier than the sting of the wrong decision. The successful people determine, and then they take the right approach. Guess how you figure out what the right approach is? Somebody answer that question. How do you determine what the right approach is? How do you determine what the right approach is? I'm not sure who said that. Diane Farr. Thank you, Diane. East Tennessee, Diane. What's up, girl? Diane says, just do it. Do something. My contention and what my belief is in life, by trying and fixing, if it didn't work, Kristen, that is exactly right. If we don't give it a shot, if we don't move into the breach, if we don't step into doing something, we'll never know if something was right or wrong. And so we sit back and regret. I can sit in this chair and wonder what it would have been like if I could have done 75 hard. We sit in this chair and we wonder what it would have been like if I would have made the decision to move. We sit in this chair and we wonder, and we have the regret. We have the regret. We have the pain. Y'all, the pain and regret never goes away. The pain of a wrong decision, the pain of doing it wrong, the pain of doing something and trying something and it not working, then we try and we pivot and we adjust. What determines the right approach many times is 15 wrong approaches. What determines the right approach many times is doing something wrong over and over and over again. Thomas Edison, I talked about this yesterday. For him to invent the incandescent light bulb, he had to fail 9,000 times. For us to finally write a good book, we've got to write 15 crappy books. Or maybe one crappy book. For us to figure out if we can do something right, we got to do it wrong 5 or 6 times. But successful people determine, they make a determination, they make a decision. And this is what I want to tell you. Y'all, do you know that the root word of decision, the root word of decide, means to cut away? It means to cut something away. It means to pare something away. It means to cut something off. To decide, to determine, to make a decision means that we cut something away. We cut the rope. We burn the boat. We do the damn thing. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid that the weight of success is more than you could possibly bear? Are you afraid of disappointing somebody else? Are you afraid of disappointing yourself? Are you afraid that somebody's going to think poorly of you if you try something and fail? You know, God's opinion of you, what God believes of you, what God created you to be has nothing to do with anyone else's opinion of you. Did you know that the purpose that God gave you, the purpose that God created in your spirit, the thing, the sparks inside of you that God put in you that are your freaking birthright? Man, that hit me so hard this morning. Has nothing to do with anyone else's opinion of you. Not your spouse, not your best friend, not the people that you went to high school with, not your college roommate, not your sorority sisters, not your fraternity brothers, not the neighbor next door, not the people down the street, not the people on the phone that you call on a daily basis that hang up on you and tell you they don't want to do business with you. Your value and who God created you to be doesn't hinge on other people's opinion of you. But so many of us care so much about what other people think about us that we will not make a decision or a determination to take the right approach. We will not make the determination and make a decision to take a step to walk in the direction of our dream, to walk in the direction of our success. We won't take a step. And I'm telling you this morning, right now, on the 28th of February, what God's asking you to do, what I'm asking you to do, what your spirit is asking you to do is take a step. Shut your ears off to the opinions of others. Shut your heart off to the opinions of others. Shut your feelings down. Guess what? It might hurt. It might hurt to hear the word no. It might hurt if someone says, "I already have an agent." It very well could hurt if somebody says, "I don't want to do business with you." Could. But what you are doing every time, I wish I had a knife. Every time you make that call, every time you step into the breach, every time you step into the hurt, into the pain, you take that stone and you sharpen your knife. Every time you make the call, send the email, send the text message, create the video, Vanessa Self, doing your TikTok, every time you do that, even though it sucks, even though it makes you feel uncomfortable, even though I hate my voice when I speak on video, you're taking a stone and you're sharpening that knife, and you're sharpening that knife, and you're sharpening that knife. And every time I step outside in the morning at 5 in the morning and I go do this deadgum thing, and every time I step on this and I get up in the morning and I do this call, and sometimes I don't feel like I have anything to say, when I don't feel like I have any of value to anybody else, when I listen to the opinions of others who tell me I'm a wannabe or tell me I don't matter or tell me I just think I'm better than when I listen to all the opinions of other people, y'all, it will stop me in your tracks. When you listen to other people's opinion, guys, it will stop you in your tracks. Successful people, they make a determination, they make a decision, and they take the right approach. And the right approach is taking action. The right approach is putting on your freaking shoes and going and taking action. The right approach is getting up off the couch, eliminating the distractions, and go and do the dang thing. That's the right approach. Guess what? It might be wrong. Guess what? You may fall flat on your face. Guess what? You may swing and miss. Do you know, some of you that are baseball fans, of course, I played baseball in high school, played baseball in college. Baseball is a game of failure. Did you know that? The average salary in Major League Baseball has gone up to $4.2 million a year I want you to just let that settle in your spirit for a minute. So a game that little kids love, that you go watch on the weekends, that your kids go play, right? The people who do this at a professional level, the average salary has raised to $4.2 million a year. Okay. They're not curing cancer. They're not solving world problems. They're not stopping wars. They're not solving pandemics or creating vaccines. They are literally playing a game that your children play. Catching a ball, throwing a ball, and hitting a ball. And the average, not the high and not the low, but the average salary is $4.2 million a year. That in and of itself is pretty ridiculous. But the reason I'm mentioning this is for the people who make 10, 15, $20 million a year, out of every 10 at bats, they fail 7 of those 10 times. I want you to think about that. Of every 10 times these hitters come to the plate that make 10, 15, $20 million a year, they fail 7 out of 10 times. As a real estate professional, if you could just accept the fact that you're going to fail 7 out of 10 times, that you only have a 30% shot, hello, Cooper, you only have a 30% shot of converting someone you don't know into a real estate client, that every 10 people that you call, 3 of those are going to be your clients. If you could build your business around only getting 3 hits out of 10, you could build your real estate business out of only being successful 3 out of 10 times. All it would take, guys, is that y'all step up to the plate. All it would take is you don't quit. All it would take is you continue making your phone calls. And every time somebody told you no, you just click that one off. You got to get through 7 no's to get through 3 to get to 3 yeses. And the next one tells you no, perfect, got 5 more to get. Next one tells you no, perfect, got 4 more to get. Successful people make a determination. They make the decision. They cut away the pain. They cut away the possibility of hurt. They burn the freaking boats to take the island. They cut the ties away to the past. They cut the ties away to who they were yesterday. They cut off any feelings of yesterday. Today is a brand new day. The sun that rose this morning, it's the same sun, but it shines differently. Some days there are clouds. Some days it's beautiful. Some days it's cold, but the sun still comes up. But the light that it shines is different. Successful people make a determination. They make a decision and they take the right approach. And the right approach is doing something. The right approach is cutting off the distractions. The right approach is not giving a crap what other people's opinions of you are. The right approach is not giving anybody any say into how you do your business, how you do what you do. The right approach is you getting up every single morning like this and having your quiet time, reading a book, doing your affirmations, whatever it is you decide to do. The right approach is taking action. The right approach is not ignoring this call in the morning. The right approach is not looking past the wisdom of the day. The right approach is not staying in the bed till 7:30 or 8. The right approach is not being on TikTok scrolling for an hour and a half when you should be out prospecting. The right approach is not following up because you're afraid somebody's going to tell you no. That's not the right approach. That's what everybody else does. You want to be different. You want to be successful. You want to operate at high levels. You want to be that person. Then you got to do what other people don't do. You got to be what other people aren't. You got to continually get up, put yourself in the breach, 1 foot in front of the other, do the hard things over and over and over again. And I promise you, your body, your brain, your heart will I promise you, you do the hard things enough. You become comfortable in the uncomfortable. A strange thing will happen. The uncomfortable won't be uncomfortable anymore. You do the hard things over and over and over again. A strange thing will happen, and it won't be hard anymore. And you'll look around, and you'll go, "Well, that was strangely easy. That was eerily easy. That was surprisingly not very hard at all. Maybe I should up my game a little bit. Maybe I should do a little more. Maybe I've got a little more in me to push a little farther, to go a little more, to lift a little heavier weight, to read another page, to stay up a little later, to get up a little earlier, to spend more time with my son, to spend more time with my daughter, to spend more time with my husband, to make a better phone call, to be on the call in the morning. Y'all, we've got 10 or 11 people on this call every single morning, and we used to have 15 or 20. There should be 30 or 40 people on this call every single morning. But some people don't have the desire to stick with it. They don't have the ability to stick with it. It is something that doesn't matter. It doesn't resonate. It's not hitting them where it ought to hit them. We have people that leave this company who get mad about something, that they get upset about something. They listen to some other words. They listen to some other opinions, and they go leave our company to go some other place. And I promise y'all, they are not getting at that company what they could get here. But they let someone's opinion, they let someone else's words, they let someone else's thoughts sway what they thought, what they think, what they believe. And they go over and they go do things. And sometimes, y'all, that's their approach. Who knows if it's the right decision or not? It very well could be the right decision for some people. But I promise you, if you are in a position where you will open up your heart, you will open up your mind, you will listen and make a determination to be better, make the decision to walk in your truth, make the decision to walk in your authenticity, make the decision to walk into the breach, walk into the fire, walk into the pain, learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. This is the only place you can be. Because I'm literally giving this, I'm giving this to you for zero. I'm giving this to you because I love y'all. Because you're part of our company. You're part of our nation. You're part of the people that we love and the part of the people that we cherish. But I'm asking, as I wrap this thing up this morning, I'm asking today, there's something in your heart, if there's something in your walk, if there's something in your day where you need to make a determination and you need to make a decision, you need to cut away, stop being too double-minded, stop being lukewarm, stop being in the middle, make a decision and take an approach. And the right approach is taking action. Can't promise you it's right. Because many times what determines what's right is the presence of wrong. And life has an amazing way of showing us what's right by us being wrong. And the benefit of being wrong is we figure out what's right. The benefit of not having what we want is us figuring out what we really do want. The absence of what we want or being in a position where we have something we don't want shows us what we do want. There's always the yin and the yang. There's always the flip side. I'm just asking you to make a decision. Y'all, one of the hardest things that we're going through right now, I don't think if I can say this or not.
I was hoping you were going to fall for that.
As I heard Christy in the other room pushing the brakes with her foot. I literally heard her in my spirit. She's like, ooh, no. Let me just say this. She's there laughing because he eats breakfast laughing. I'll say this. Sometimes you just have to make a decision. And sometimes you just have to put one foot in front of the other. And sometimes you just got to walk out and do it. I remember years ago, we were in Covington, and I think we've told this story to you guys before. We're in Covington, we're on the square, and we went to meet with a broker in Covington. That was in that was in our growth phase. That was in the phase where we were trying to build and to grow, and we were having conversations with different people, trying to figure out if there were partnerships and alignments and things that we could join in and maybe bring some folks together. And in Covington, beside this real estate company, there are these octagon pavers that are on the sidewalk, and they're the same pavers that you'll see in a lot of places. And these octagon pavers were all in position where they're all locked in to make this path. And I remember looking at the path, walking in it. We were in this inspired place, man. Me and Christy were in this just really, really inspired spot. And we're walking down this path. And I said, this is exactly where we're headed. And this is exactly what it's going to look like for us. And every step we take, a paver is going to be put in place. That's going to fit exactly in line with the next paver. And it's going to make one individual rock with one individual rock and one individual rock and one individual rock are going to come together to make this path. And this path is, we just got to keep walking rock to rock to rock. You got to keep going, decision to decision to decision, step to step to step, day by day by day by day. And y'all, it adds up into 59 days and 75 hard. One little step, one little step, one little step equals one day. Next day, one little step, one little step, one little step. But these pavers are put in place, and we make these decisions to do what we do. And amazingly, when you take action, a crazy thing happens. Your perspective changes. When you take a step, what you look at changes. When you take a step, what you see changes. And if you keep taking steps and you continue to change what you see, all of a sudden you end up looking out of a balcony over the ocean. You end up looking out. You end up opening the doors to the ocean in a view that you've never had. You've only seen it in your mind. You end up opening the doors to a view that you've only seen in your spirit. And you don't know how you got there. All you know is you kept taking steps. And you kept doing things. And God kept putting things in front of you, kept putting things beside you, kept putting people in your path, kept putting decisions in your path. He took people away. He took things away. He changed your view. He put you in different directions. He sent you to other places. He elevated your associations. He elevated your vision. He elevated what you wanted. He expanded your heart. He made the uncomfortable comfortable. He allowed your strength to build. And then all of a sudden, you open the doors and you're looking out and looking at a view that you've never seen before. Successful people make a determination. They make a decision and they take the right approach. So my challenge for you today is make a determination, make a decision, and take a step. Stop waiting on the sidelines. Stop sitting in the chair of regret. Do not let another day pass without you doing something that's in your heart to do. Don't you let another day, another minute, another hour pass without you doing something that you know in your spirit you're supposed to go do, that you know in your heart you're supposed to go do. Don't you wait one more stinking day. And it might be wrong, y'all. It may be wrong. Hell, I've been married 3 times. It very well could be wrong. But I promise you, like Kenny Chesney says, I may not know what love is, but I know what it's not. I may not know exactly where I'm going, but I know where I'm not going. I may not know exactly where the destination's going to be, but I know it ain't over there. Man, I could talk about this all day long. I'm feeling it, but I'm going to let y'all go. Today's the day. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. There is no past. There is no yesterday. There is no nothing. You're not the same person 10 minutes ago that you are right now. You've heard different words in the last 10 minutes than you've ever heard in your life. You've had a different inspiration in the last 45 minutes than you've ever heard in your life. You're not the same right now than you were 10 or 15 minutes ago. So stop living your life in the past. Stop living your life in your memories. Stop living your life in the opinions of others and step out and do the damn thing. Ain't no going back, Lynn. We may not know what's ahead. And as Lynn Garrison spouts some wisdom, we may not know what's ahead, but we do know where we've been. And when we don't, and where we don't want to remain. So stop being the same. Stop being the same as you've always been. You can't have what you've never had if you continue to do what you've always done. Nothing that you see is going to change until you decide to stop looking at the same things. I'm going to find this quote. I wrote this down yesterday that I was right, and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to leave this with you. If I can find it. If I can find it. I may not be able to find it. Hang on. I thought I put it in a note. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I thought I did. It's somewhere else. Hang on. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Sorry about this. I'm breaking the flow here, and I'm so sorry. So sorry. Coaching. If you changed, here we go. Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you've never listened to Dr. Wayne Dyer, y'all, my mama, she is so Southern Baptist that some of the stuff that I talk about freaks her out, but she loves her some Wayne Dyer. So if a Southern Baptist, little Southern beautiful mama who's Southern Baptist as the day is long can love Dr. Wayne Dyer, you'll need to get y'all some Dr. Wayne Dyer. And one of the things he says is, if you can change the way you see things, the things you see change. If you can change the way you see things, the things you see change. And guess how you change the way you see things is you take a step, you change your perspective, and you walk out a little further. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I love y'all. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Be good, be great, be you. Have an awesome freaking Tuesday. Bye, y'all.